I don't fight to lose. Had to show my peers. I ain't had no fear. Player of the year. I made it top tier. Murphy gon' put y'all on. Murphy gon' put y'all on. That's for sure. Murphy gon' put y'all on. Murphy gon' put y'all on. That's for sure. Murphy gon' put y'all on. Murphy gon' put y'all on. That's for sure.
Welcome to the Frank D. Murphy Show, and I'm your host, Frank D. Murphy, aka Murph Time. This topic here, ooh, bankhead bounce. Oh man, I ain't even introduce you, but man, this topic here is dating in the A. Ooh. Hot Atlanta. Ooh. Kay, you just took something out the oven. Go ahead and serve it to me. What you got for me? What you got for me?
The first question is.
Let me see. Dun.
Now this is for man, speaking about a woman.
Okay, man.
Should she have sex on the first night?
Don't do me like that.
I'm gonna do it like that.
I'm in the bankhead mouse over here.
Coming out. We're coming out the gate swinging.
Okay.
Should she have sex on the first night? If she does the man think away of her? If she doesn't, does the man think away of her?
This different stuff float different boats, you know. Okay. So I guess how I answer this question is, the first night you really don't know him like that. So I was trying to make an excuse for my fellas, like, hey, if you got that chemistry, you got to go ahead and do what you got to do. But I can't even. I guess I'll look at it like this. What would I tell my daughter? That's how I answer that question. But it's hard to, I tell my daughter, no, this how that man gonna look at you if you do that on the first night. But I do know relationships that's been engaged for years and is being successful, and they did it on the first night.
So Frank, let me ask you, have you had a successful relationship after doing it on the first?
oh, you know what? She just went there. Yeah, she just went there. Yeah, she just went there. No. I haven't had a successful relationship, but friendship.
Okay, that's okay. You never know where it could go.
Yeah, friendship and just chill,
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, get off that question, because I ain't gonna jump on you. I'm gonna let you ride. Go ahead, go to the
red over there. You turn it red. Okay, so all right. So here's the question: since we're saying dating in the A, hot Atlanta, bank it, bounce it. Why is it so hard to date in Atlanta?
Why is it hard to date in Atlanta? Well, first of all, you have to look at the culture of a city. And the culture of Atlanta has turned into, you got to get it now to be something or be somebody.
True.
If you can't tell me what you do, or if it's not entertaining enough for me, then that means I can't live a fantasy through you and we can't get down.
That's true.
So that's why it's tough. So what that does, it leaves the women and the men that's really trying to find a good woman, a good man, and live a good life and be faithful and go do that family thing.
Right.
That percentage of Atlanta can be kind of down now. So you might have like 60% of the culture of Atlanta has changed into what you got, who you are, that fantasy. And then the other 40% is on the outskirts looking like, God, dog, ain't no women here. Ain't no men here.
Right. Now, women. Now, Frank, the ratio for man to woman in Atlanta, or woman to man, is 19 to 1. And if you account for the homosexual males,
19 to 1.
That's 23 to 1 man.
Right.
So explain that for me.
How would I explain that? That's kind of good for a man. Really, if he's trying to, he got options.
Right.
But don't be deceived by the numbers.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that, don't be deceived, because you have to look at the type of men that's in Atlanta. And I got 5 type of men that I scoped out. You got the CEO, corporate America guy. Okay. You have the professional athlete, entertainment guy. Okay. And then the third one, the drug dealer guy. The fourth one is the fraud guy. I mean, they just fraud everything. Everything they get their hands on, they fraud. And then the fifth one is the 9 to 5 guy. So you have that big pool to pull from, but you got to think, Kay, as a woman, do you want the drug dealer?
No.
Okay, do you want the fraud guy?
No.
Okay. Then you got a professional athlete and a CEO. A lot comes with that too. And you have the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So really you X yourself down about 3.
Yeah.
And then you probably start weaving some of those out too.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, those are the type of guys that you have to choose from. So now your pool just went way down, unless you fall in that 60% culture that I was talking about. They living in heaven. So the woman that sees those 5 types of men, she's in heaven. Why? Because she's going to get 2 or 3 of those men.
What? The woman is getting... Okay.
Because you know you got the different women too. You got the entertainers, which is the strippers.
Right. Okay.
And then you have your 9 to 5 women.
Yeah.
Then you have your CEO / corporate America business women.
Okay.
And then you have the ones that saying, I ain't doing nothing. I'm going to let my body do the talking and the walking.
Oh. Okay.
So.
That is true.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next question.
Mm-hmm.
And that next question is, why, and I've noticed this about Atlanta, why do women in Atlanta trade sex for money? And not necessarily calling it prostitution, but it is prostitution. But why do they say, oh yeah, well I'm going out with Jay tonight. He gonna buy me some food.
It's getting hot.
I'm gonna let him hit.
It's getting hot. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot. Now, ask me that question again, because I kind of went somewhere. When you asked me that, I went in Wonderland somewhere. I'm sorry.
Not in Wonderland.
Not Wonderland.
So the question is, why do women in Atlanta trade sex for money?
It's simple, because it's easy. Let me tell you who makes it easy. The man makes it easy. If you're a drug dealer, think about it. You giving a woman a couple of $1,000s ain't hurting your pocket one bit, because you don't know the next day you're going to be alive or you're going to go to jail. You blow through that money. I've been on that other side when I used to sell drugs. And then you got the athlete and entertainer. I'm on that side too. What's a couple of $1,000 when you get paid $200,000 every 2 weeks?
Wow.
Think about it now. So they have no problem. And then the fraud guy, I ain't forgot about you. You fraud $50,000 every 2 weeks and $100,000. You know it ain't your money anyway. So you just gonna spend it. Come here, girl. Yeah, I want it all. So the girls are spoiled. But the only circle that's really getting spoiled like that was getting spoiled like that, was the entertainers, the strippers, and I'm not saying all of them. And then the Instagram models, they begin to get spoiled like that. Now you know what? Our regular women are starting to get spoiled like that, because they're not ashamed anymore, because everybody's doing it. So it's nothing now to let it flow off your mouth. That's going to be a band, or that's going to be half a band. Because now a band is 1,000 and half a band is 500. So, you know, it's easy now. The society and the culture in Atlanta has made it easy for a woman to ask any man for money if you're going to get my body parts.
Right. But my question is, and I think what bugs me is, how are they doing that with HIV, syphilis, herpes, gonorrhea? I mean, just listen to the words. They sound disgusting.
Yeah.
But just think about it. With all these things that are so prevalent here in Atlanta, you think about it, Atlanta is one of the largest states for HIV and AIDS now.
Correct.
So how are they so cavalierly doing this and not caring about it?
I think, Kay, how they feel like they're gonna live this lifestyle that Atlanta has enforced on them and said, you're nothing.
Right.
And we even raising our high school and college young ladies like that, because they're seeing what these women are getting for being on the video. They're seeing what these women are getting for stripping. They seeing all this, and now they're getting in tune with the culture. Now we're raising them from 15, 16. Our culture is raising them 15, 16. Get it like this. It's easy. Just like the neighborhoods, the environment raised the young man to sell dope, because you get it fast. So it's all about microwave. And microwave take risks.
Right.
When you're a microwave person, you take risks.
Right.
And because in their mindset, they like, you know what? I'm going to sleep with somebody anyway, because I don't want to be alone. So at the end of the day, you're going to pay. And yeah, I'm not.
Okay, so the saying, it ain't tricking if you got it. Is that true?
It ain't tricking if you got it.
If you got it.
It ain't tricking unless you got it.
It ain't tricking if you got it.
You know what?
You've never heard that before, Frank?
Yes, I heard that before. But
Oh.
you know what, Kay? If that's what you want to do, this just me. I'm just putting it out there. If that's what you want to do in life, and that's how you want to do it, that's on you. Every choice you make in life comes with something behind it. And you have to be ready for what comes behind your decision making. Before I make decisions in business, females, or anything, I already know what comes behind it, good or bad. So at the end of the day, and let me say this too. A lot of the women that make up the population that's doing that are women that's from other countries. And they're from other countries like the Cuba, like the Colombia, like DR, and they come here and they don't want to go back there. And the money that they make here from stripping, from selling their body, that goes back to their family. So how you tell a person like that, hey, stop doing that? No, my son in DR depends on this. My mom depends on this. Without this, there's no money for our family. That's
a different level of ball game. Like that changes the game.
That
totally.
changes the game. But Kay, it's also families right here that's going through that.
That's true.
They're saying, you know what? If I don't strip, I ain't had a job in 5 years. I don't try to get a job. And if I don't strip and turn this into a business and use my body to make money, how will I make it? And you know, some people get in there and say, I'm going to strip and I'm going to go to college and I'm going to save my money, and they actually do it.
Right.
And my hat goes off to them.
Right.
But then you get caught in the game. Some of them get caught and they like, oh, I ain't going back to college. It's too good. I love the attention. I love what it brings.
Right.
And then now they look up 10 years later and they're done stripping because they body done and they worn out and they like, what did I get out of all that? It's no different than getting in the dope game.
Right.
You know, it's
very short-lived.
Yeah, very short-lived.
Do you think, like, honestly and truly, do you really think that a person can find love here in Atlanta? We should have a TV show. Frank Finds Love.
Man, cut it out. There she go. She always try to put me on blast. Want people to be all in my business.
So do you really think a person can find love here in Atlanta, Frank?
I think it's very difficult. I was talking to some friends back in Florida, and I was like, y'all, it's crazy here.
Oh my God.
You know, if this the lifestyle you want to live, oh, it's heaven to you.
Right.
If you're trying to really get settled down and not trying to move around like that, then man, because you might go to Florida and you might have 20% like that about that money, selling their body. You come here, you up to about what, 60? That's a big difference in the culture in different places. So I believe you can find love because it is some good women here now. It's some strong women, good women here. They got great jobs, doing great in their career. They got a balanced lifestyle that's making good decisions, not tolerating foolishness. And I have met a couple. So they're here.
Okay.
You just gonna have to be digging.
Okay, so you met a couple, right? So
Oh, there you go.
Where you meet them at, Frank? Where would a good person that's single, that's looking for love in all the wrong places, where would they go to find love in the right places?
At the grocery store. No, listen, you can't predict that. I mean, the best thing you could do is just live your life. You will bump into people all over Atlanta. You have to go to networking events, things of that nature, because those are the quality people you want to be around. At least put yourself in the game, in the right game. If you're saying you want to be in the game, but yet you over here and you partying all the time or strip clubs, because see, hey, I experienced that. I don't been in the game, going to strip clubs, going to parties. Okay, that's what it was. Guess what? If I'm in there looking for a wife, that's on me. That's horrible. I shouldn't be nowhere like that looking for a wife. Now, if you want to put yourself in another game where you're looking for a wife, you need to put yourself in a better position. And that's the question you need to ask yourself. You're not going to find the type of love that you desire on the inside of you in certain positions. So just watch what position you put yourself in.
Okay, so seeing as you've been dating in Atlanta, we notice, do you think that dating, the act of dating, should that be monogamous? Like if you're dating someone, should it just be you dating that person and you getting to know that one person? Or should you be able to go out dates with Joe and John and Michael? Just different nights.
Wait, for me.
Oh, well, not you.
Susie,
You don't want to go see
Mary.
There you go.
Oh, okay, I'm
and
just making
Amber.
sure. Yeah. So to each his own,
Right.
but that's just what I like.
Okay.
Amber's, the Christina's,
Right.
you know, so, you know what? This is what I like to tell people. The more options you got, the harder it's going to be to find success in relationships. If you put all these options around you, man, I know I have options. My tolerance level goes down. Like, oh, that's how it is? Have a nice day. Hey, Mary, what you doing? Oh, Mary, you tripping? Sharice, what you doing? So you got these options. If you're really thinking about getting
Right.
married and getting in a serious relationship, you're going to have to cut your options down.
Right.
You can't be out here swimming with 5 life jackets because you ain't going to know which one to put on.
Oh, it's life jackets.
Yeah.
We're just getting- we're all-
You
we're
got a
all
life
in the
jacket all
deep.
around. You like, which
We're
one to
in the
use?
deep.
Wait, this one different, that one different. You going to be confused. Like, dog, get the blue one, the red one, the orange one. I don't know. So,
Okay, so in Atlanta, dating in Atlanta, should a woman or a man set their minds on possibly settling? Should they be open to settling, not compromising? Because they're two different things. Compromising and settling, two different. Should they be open to settling?
the question you ask yourself, settling for what? What are you selling?
For something that, so my type, hypothetically, has to be 6'3" and above. He got to be strong, has to have a nice, strong build and great personality.
Right.
Like long walks in the beach and the park. Okay, sorry.
Okay, don't go there. Now. Your mind all.
Slow down. So no, but you know, you have this type. We all have a type, right?
Right.
Except for the guy that says, I ain't got no type, whatever song that is.
Yeah.
But everyone has a type. So what if he doesn't meet my type? He doesn't meet what I want. He's 5'2" and he's scrawny, but he loves me. Should I have to settle? Should I be open to it?
I think you should only be open to settle in areas that you can tolerate.
Yeah, I couldn't settle.
And you have to be honest with yourself. You can't tolerate a 5'2". Why are you going with a 5'2"? Because you're going to always be looking down on them. Literally. Yeah, for real. No hate, but you're always going to be looking down on like, man, this dude's shorter than me. What I'm doing? You go out to eat, you gotta wear some flat shoes because you gotta wear flat shoes because you don't want to make them feel bad. Like, why go through all that? I ain't going through all that. If you're too short, I'm just not going to go there. I'm just going to be like, oh, nice meeting you,
Right.
you know, and move it, keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Don't be leading nobody on knowing you can't talk to that man, Kay.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so how has the swipe of the Tinder changed dating? Have you been on Tinder? Because you know there are new things now. You can get online and date.
Oh, I got to keep it. My boy just told me about Tinder.
Okay, so let me explain this stuff to you. So there's Tinder, there's plenty of fish. Haven't been on any of them, but I live vicariously through other people.
Okay.
And they get on there, they have apps on their phone, and they can just swipe.
Mhm.
Oh, he's cute. Yes, he's not. No.
Right.
So you can swipe down the women, and you can kind of make
Yeah.
yourself a pool. So how do you feel about that? You just heard about it. So
I just heard about it.
You
I
open?
actually signed up for it, and I was curious.
you guys, Frank signed up.
I was curious. Hey, cut it out. I was curious what he was talking about. So he said, yeah, just go on and sign up. And this was just yesterday.
So have you swiped?
Tell me what swipe mean again.
So what happens is there'll be profiles of people, and then you'll see them. And then if you swipe to, I think, the left or the right, depending on which side, one is, yes, I'd be interested in talking to them, and the other one's no.
I don't know which one is which, but I was Xing.
Oh, so you said no.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was just pushing the little
Yeah.
excess on there.
So when you swipe, that means it's right.
Okay. Thank you
let
for
me
the
know-
advice, Kay.
let me know when you
I'll
swipe.
get with you. I'll let you know
Yeah.
what happened. Girl, I swiped somebody. We went out, man. It was the worst flip.
But with that, okay, so let me ask you this. With that, how do you think that social media, not even the dating websites, but social media, how do you think that has changed the dating scene? Because you can just get online now. You can just Google people.
How can you say that one more time?
Like, how has social media changed the dating scene? Because now you can get online and you can find out all this information about a person before you even go out on a date.
Social media have changed dating totally because you don't have to be real.
Right.
You can fake, you can front, you can flaunt, you can do it all.
Right.
And when a person meets you, you can't keep that up for over 60, 90 days.
Right.
So it still comes into like it's a waste of time. Right. But social media, can be good. I think it can be good if you know how to use it. So, I'm just being honest, man. If your love life, listen, we're on this show and we talking being real. And I don't care what you do in life, honestly. I want the best for you. If you strip, that's your choice. If you're an entertainer, that's your choice. Right. Just like me playing professional ball. There's a lot of stuff that comes with that. There's a lot of distractions that come with that, a lot of attention that comes with that. If you choose that lifestyle, I think even if it's wrong in the eyes of others, can you make sure that it's right in your eyes? Can you say that this is something that I want to do for the long haul? Is this something I want to show to the world? And you know what? If that's what you want to do, you do it. That's what you want to do, because nobody can stop you. So I'm not gonna sit here and player hate, or I went back. That player hate. I ain't finna do that. I'm not finna talk about a person that's the situation they in, and we don't know their story. Right. You don't know these young girls' story that could have got. And look, I know a lot of ladies can say, "Well, that happened to me too," but I ain't turned to that. But you probably don't have the body they have either. You probably don't get. Listen. You probably don't get the attention that they get too.
That's true.
So you got these women. You don't know what they went through in their life. You don't know if they got sexual assault and then now they feel like this all they can do is show their body to get attention.
That's true.
And some people don't break out of that. Like you may have broke out of it at 17 because you got help. Right. They may not break out into 30 something. So who am I?
Right.
Who you and anybody else to say, man, that's when you don't know their story. Right. You know, a lot of people go on social media and they make a lot of comments based off false stories, accusations, twisted stories, and lies. At the end of the day, you get to know that person for who they are before you start making decisions about talking about them. Because just like the stuff that you went through, you was blessed not to go through what they went through. That's right. If you'd have went through that, what would you be doing right now? So I'm just making sure that we understand that we don't know why people do what they do. That's why, Kay, I really believe in just loving everybody. Right. No matter who they are.
I agree.
I don't care what gender, what culture you're from. Right. If you strip, you don't strip. I don't care if you're gay or not gay, you my friend. Right. Point blank, period.
Right. Be good to me and I'll be
people
good to
get it twisted. Right. I might not like what you do because that's not my flavor, but that don't mean I can't love you. Right. I might not like the shoes you wear. That don't mean I hate you. Right. So at the end of the day, whatever people doing in the high A, think about it. Think about where you want to be and who you want to be with. Because it's hard in a culture like this, but it's harder when you go through so much stuff as a child and have to break through a culture like this. Right. So I just want to put that out there.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to put that out there,
That's a good way to turn it, you know, and
I'm thinking about something. Since we're up here talking, I'm thinking about starting a college fund I'm not thinking about it. I'm actually going to do it.
Okay.
For strippers and entertainers.
We are having a revelation here on the Frank D. Murphy Show today. Yes.
Yes.
That's amazing.
But I'm not telling them to stop stripping. I'm telling them here's an option to advance yourself because only they can make that decision.
Absolutely.
So it's a lot of different things that we see a need. Right. But we talk about it, but we don't do nothing about it. Right. We down people, but we don't know their story and we don't do nothing about it. Right. Well, I'm going to prepare my team to look into that and see how we can partner with colleges and put a funding together for young ladies that want to work and advance their life to possibly live another life if they want to.
Now, there are young men that do the stripping too.
Yeah, but see, Kay, I ain't into
you need somebody to go in there and figure it out.
I'll let somebody else handle that. I'm going to stay on the women's side. I ain't got time to be telling no guy, don't do that. You're shaking your butt. Get over here.
you ever need any help,
I don't know what to tell
I
them.
might be able to help you.
Yeah, you might be able to help
Find
them.
somebody that can help you.
Yeah,
in that
we'll
area.
find some people that can get in there and help them. But you ain't gonna find me walking in a club like that. Tell my dog, I got that scholarship for you. Now I walk into other clubs and hey, you go right here. Now, I'm just saying, we keep it real on this show. We keep it real on the Frank D. Murphy Show. Kay, what else you got for me?
Okay, I got one final question to close this out, Frank. Because you said, you have been, just got to Atlanta and you swiping now, you're learning. What would you be looking for if you were looking for a woman here in Atlanta? And I think you might want to talk to them on this one.
Oh, I can turn around now? I get over here. When she talking about swiping, I ain't swiped number one time. I swiped one time. I just did that yesterday because my friend told me to go over there. So anyway, I ain't messing with Kay today. Man, you got me all thrown off. What, you asked me what I'm looking for. What would I be looking for?
What would you be looking for if you were deciding on a woman here in Atlanta?
You know what? I'll be looking for a woman that's very thankful. Because one thing about a woman, if she's thankful and grateful for what you do for her, that makes you want to do more. A woman that don't ask you for nothing get everything from me. I love being around a woman that don't ask and ask and ask. It prevails me not to do, because now I start looking at you like other women in other categories. But if you just be yourself, and when you're yourself, then I'll step in. I love a woman that don't ask, I give them everything. So being thankful, understanding that this is a process. I want the woman to understand that no matter what we're doing, it's a process, which means you might drop the ball, I might drop the ball, but let's make a pact. If you drop that ball, I'm gonna help you pick it back up. I'm not gonna laugh at you. I'm not gonna joke on you. I'm not gonna down you. I've been through those seasons as a man, not understanding how to make a woman feel good for making a mistake. I would naturally probably make her feel bad for making a mistake because I didn't know. Now it's about us making each other feel good when we make a mistake. And I would want to make sure that the woman is affectionate. I don't want to be around no dry woman that can't even touch. They like this. And I want the affection of touching and hugging and cuddling. So I'm giving y'all some little secrets here now. Now when I leave up out of here, I don't want nobody waiting outside talking about I want to cuddle. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. I want to cuddle. But those are the type of things I look for. And then I want her to be open to, look, I don't want a woman that's been hurt a lot, because it's hard for me to break through. I feel like I'm a good man. So it's like, if she's been hurt so many times and she don't know how to get through that, then I have to relive that with her every day. And I'm not trying to relive nobody's bad life. So that's what I would say. Kay, that was your last question?
Yeah, that was it.
So this is what we talk about, the hot A, man. Hot Atlanta, living in the A. Listen, we understand the culture here when it comes to dating. But this is the thing I want to tell you. We can break the culture one by one. One by one, you can make a decision to live your life different. If you believe something is wrong on the inside of you and it's convicting you, then you possibly want to change it. No matter if it's that stripping, no matter if that's you're an athlete and you're living wrong, or you're a guy that works 9 to 5, it don't matter who you are. We all in the same boat. Stop separating people. But make a decision to break the culture one by one and create a new Atlanta. And if you do that, you'll find success. Oh, and you'll find a successful relationship. Once again, don't be outside waiting, because I ain't got nothing for you. This is your boy, Frank D. Murphy. Thank you for joining the Frank D. Murphy Show. We'll get at you next time. Gone.
That's for certain. Murphy gon' put y'all on. Murphy gon' put y'all on.